Can you introduce yourself and where we are?
Yeah, so I'm Bron, and yeah, we're at Meander Valley Vineyard, so small boutique vineyard. Been here about 4 years. We did a name change to Meander Valley Vineyard. It was previously Three Willows for locals that might have known it, and yeah.
So why a winery?
Yeah, so it could have been anything. My husband and I were in lockdowns in Melbourne, so we were looking for a bit of a lifestyle change, something a bit different, working from home with homeschooling young kids, and just a total nightmare really. My husband just emailed me from one end of the house to the other and said, how about a vineyard in Tasmania? And we came down and had a look at it and loved it, and yeah, the rest's history. Been here for 4 years now. Yeah.
What initially drew you to the Meander Valley area?
To be honest, it was just a fate sort of thing. Like I said, it could have been Queensland, it could have been Tasmania, and then we just saw this vineyard. It was just really cute. It was at a price that we could afford. Yeah. We could live on site as well as creating a business, a family business for ourselves. It was partially set up. A lot of the vine stuff was done, so all the irrigation, all the bits that you can't really see, the previous owner had spent a lot of money on. We just saw huge potential in it, and since then I guess we've renovated the cellar door here, so doubled the size. We recognised that we needed more space indoors for the Tassie winter, and yeah, what else have we done? Lots of outdoor stuff as well. We've put the pizza oven in so that we can do wood-fired pizza. We recognised that we needed a lunch style offering to attract people. It was a bit of a where the bloody hell are you situation when I moved here from Melbourne, because it was so quiet. But I guess that's what attracts a lot of people to here as a tourism destination, is how quiet it is, how back to basics, back to nature, all those types of things. People love that. And so did we. But yeah, you've got to run a business, so you've got to try and attract as many people as you can. Yeah.
It's quite busy. It seems quite busy today. What do you think you've done that has attracted people?
Yeah, so I think the branding has really helped. Everyone says they love our branding. Lots of people will see Meander Valley Vineyard and think, oh, that's this whole region from Launceston all the way through to Cradle Mountain. But I guess we're in the middle of that, and we chose to use that name, meander being such a beautiful word that lots of people from Tassie don't realise, because they're used to the word as being Meander Valley, but we saw it as meandering and finding your way and like a road less travelled sort of situation. That's how we interpreted it and wanted to use it. We came from the Yarra Valley, Meander Valley. Yeah, it just was, really nice word. So I think, the brand change, it's quite a modern sort of style, which we purposefully did because there wasn't a lot of that style in Tasmania as far as branding went. We've got the yellow, sort of pops of yellow everywhere on some of our signage. Our bottles have also got the arrows on. So those arrows, the A's and V's, are to represent the short walks capital of Tasmania, so the walking tracks within this area. Right up to Cradle Mountain, you'll see the yellow arrows that represent the directional signage. So we've tried to put that. Our tops of our wine bottles have got yellow on top, and just little pops of that yellow.
And consistency as well. So
absolutely.
People recognise and
Yeah. And then obviously the new buildings, apart from the branding, the cellar door, we've just put two new accommodations. So we've always had one that we renovated when we took over originally 4 years ago, and we've opened two new accommodations. So they're like a luxury glamping tent. So canvas sides, glass doors at the front, big deck at the front, wood-fired hot tub. Yeah, they're really beautiful, and not many of them in Tasmania. Certainly on the mainland there are a few, particularly more beach sort of remote areas, but I think there's one down in Hobart, and so we're the second person in Tasmania to open them. They're quite original. Obviously a lot of people have the domes that you see, the dome tents, but and these have got a solid bathroom kitchenette pod as well, so they've got heated underfloor, they've got a split system in them, so people are quite surprised when they see them. It's like glamping, but take it up 10 notches.
You're not roughing it.
No, not at all. Yeah, exactly.
How did you find In my experience, sometimes it can be challenging with council and getting things
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
How have you found that sort of
Yeah.
process? Is that
Super frustrating, I want to say. Lots of people have said, oh, you've done everything so quickly. Maybe it is quickly on Tassie standard, but not really on the mainland. Things seem to happen pretty quickly. Yeah, just always pushing to get things done and achieve stuff. That's where we're at, and also at a very high standard as well. So that's what we tried to do, and I think we finally feel like we've achieved that, which is really nice. The accommodation opened a couple of months ago, and yeah, whilst it's been challenging, it's also super fun. Yeah.
okay?
And rewarding now that it's all done. My husband's like, can we just run the place now? No more building, no more striving for things. We just want to enjoy what it is and be able to run with it.
So are there other plans in the nearish future, or just
Not
sit
really,
back
just
and
sit back a
make
bit.
sure?
Yeah, if there would be any other plans, we live on site and we're in a 100-year-old cottage and it's pretty small. If there was any more money in the bank, it would go towards renovating my own house. But as far as the business goes, we're pretty done. Yeah. Like we do live music over summer, out Saturday, Sunday, both days in January, and then throughout Feb, March. Yeah, just improving and upgrading a few little bits out there for summer, which, yeah, we're excited about.
So in terms of the property itself, do you know how big it is and how many acres
Yeah.
on the vine and
Yep,
what
yep.
varieties?
Yeah, so we have 15 acres of property, 5 acres under vine. We grow 4 different varieties of grapes, so Chardonnay, Pinot Gris, Pinot Noir and Bac Noir, which is an unusual grape variety. And we, to be honest, didn't really know how lucky we were when we bought the property. The vines are about 25 years old, so they're all established. And people say to me, "You're going to put any more vines in?" I'm like, "No, it's enough. Like, we've got enough, along with everything else that we do, it's just enough." My husband was an accountant, so when he moved from Melbourne, he was after a lifestyle change as well. But we both joke to each other that we've probably never been busier in our lives. Even though we're all on the property and we're not doing the commute into Melbourne CBD and things like that, it just seems to be all your time is sucked up in different stuff. But yeah, it is, it's good. But yeah, it was a big change for him to learn. We feel like now we've done 4 vintages and we've had some really good, Andrew Gammon, our winemaker, is off-site, but he's gave us a lot of help and assistance with our spray program and looking after the vines and consultants to get us up to speed with how everything works in a vineyard and all of that. Yeah, it's been really interesting.
Can I ask whether so obviously the grapes are grown here, do they get processed here as well?
No,
or is that
so
in a different facility?
just up in the, just 20 minutes north of here. So Andrew Gammon is our winemaker and he works from there, so it's all processed off site, but we are single estate, so as far as everything that we sell through the cellar door, it's all the grapes are grown here. And it's surprising how many different things you can do with 4 varieties of grapes. Like we don't do a straight Chardonnay, so all of our Chardonnay, we've got the smallest amount of Chardonnay that we grow, so all of our Chardonnay goes into making sparkling wine, which is obviously a bit of the jewel in the crown of Tassie. Everyone wants the sparkling, and it's compared to regions of Champagne in France and things like that. It's just really phenomenal. Cool climate, beautiful wines, which is lovely. So we do a couple of different sparklings. We've got a cuvee, which is on lees for about 3 years. So we've just released one of those, which is exciting to have. Waited 3 long years for that. And that's got a bit of a lemon meringue pie sort of vibe, quite fine bubbles. We've got a traditional sparkling rosé that we do as well. We also decided last year to do a sparkling red. That mainly came from my sister and I. Always had sparkling red for Christmas, and we're pretty excited to, I said to her, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to make one just for you." Yeah, we just did a small batch. A lot of our more special wines, they're individually numbered, so we'll only produce about 1,000 bottles a year. So that's a cool, small boutique style of doing things, which we love. Then after our sparklings, our only white that we really do is Pinot Gris, but we've won awards for our Pinot Gris. It's really super sort of fruity and lots of stone fruit flavours, it's really delicious. Then we do a rosé, made 100% Pinot Noir grapes. We do Pinot Noir, so our red wine. We do a reserve Pinot, so that's a select pick across the vineyard of the very best fruit, longer time on oak, that sort of thing. And then we have Bac Noir. So Bac Noir is a French-American hybrid. It's an unusual grape variety. It's like a deeper, richer red. We call it like a meatier version of a Pinot. So We're the only ones growing and producing Bac Noir in Australia. There are other vineyards that are growing it but putting it into more of a red blend. So we just do about 800 bottles because we've only got 3 rows of the Baco. But yeah, it's cool. People, even real wine buffs, have never tasted it before, so they're pretty stoked to come and try something they've never had. So yeah, we've had a few people from Canada. It's originally grown mostly in Canada. And they're like, wow, this is better than the Baco that we grow at home. Like, it's amazing. So that's cool. But yeah, they're all the wines that we do. And we do a cider. I don't know if you want me to tell you about that too. Yeah.
Cider.
So cider we've got out on our lawn here lots of apple trees. So everyone kept saying to me, oh, what do you do with your apples? In summer, they're just fully laden. And I always used to joke and say, oh, there's only so many apple pies I can make. So I got a bit sick of everyone asking me that. And then I thought, I'm going to make our own cider. So my neighbour directly across the road here has a bit of an apple orchard as well of just cider apples. So he does that as a bit of a, on the side, backyard, supplies it for his own friends and family. So we purchased some apples from him. We used some apples from here as well, and yeah, made our own cider. So it's called Doesn't Fall Far From the Tree cider, and yeah, that's been really popular and fun as well. We only do about 1,000 bottles of that, but yeah, it's just about having
something
some fun and yeah, deliberately right in the front yard.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Memorable moments in the last 4 odd years?
I don't know. I think I never really take time to look back on the progress that we've made. So if I sat now that we feel like we've finished all the elements and the accommodation and all of that, I just feel proud that we've come from not really knowing, just visiting lots of vineyards in the Yarra Valley, to learning all about all of this and then running what we do now. We're pretty proud of that. So that's really nice. And I come from an events background. We've done quite a lot of events out on the lawn, and we've only got the one cellar door, so the one indoor space. So for us to run weddings all the time it interrupts our cellar door too much. So we're just doing really one wedding per month. So once someone books within February, then, March is available or whatever. But we've got this year, December, Jan, Feb, March, April, July booked already for weddings, so just one a month, but makes it special. And yeah, not always on a Saturday, so it doesn't mean we have to close, but yeah, just one a month is enough really. Yeah. So I'm still doing all the cleaning and for all the accommodation. I have Sarah who looks after the cellar door mostly for me now. I work all weekend in here as well. We get really busy on a Saturday, like 100 plus people, so most Saturdays are fully booked. And yeah, it's gone from being really quiet when we first started to now being really recognised and busy, and a bit of on the trail graze as far as people visiting, going through the trail graze map. That's always been good for us from the start, people looking at that map and finding the unknown hidden gems of the area. Yeah, it's nice to be surrounded by those, with the salmon farm and the raspberry farm and Van Diemen's Ice Creamery and lots of cool places that we have around us. So that's good.
Plus it's clear you've given people good experiences, so they can provide word of mouth.
Yeah,
encourage others
exactly.
to come, so you do the right things early, you put the hard work and effort in.
Yes.
And that's paid off.
Absolutely. And I think for our standards, we want to be one of the best, and it's really important to us to provide great service and great wine, and just at a really high standard. And we love that we get a lot of, particularly over summer, a lot of the tourists from the mainland that come over, and we have very good feedback on like Google reviews and things like that. So just building up slowly over time, and Instagram followers and the whole kit and caboodle, but it's becoming very rewarding now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's great. And your favourite part of the Meander Valley?
To be honest, it took me a while to settle into the slow life, just because I'd been used to such crazy busy and shopping centres where I could roam around the shopping centre and not move my car 100 times, and like you do in Lonnie, and pay for parking. And so I just feel like now I'm able to really enjoy it, and I love Deloraine. I love the river. We've got a new dog, Lacey, which you'll probably see in some of the social media and things. She's beautiful. Frank and Lottie I go to all the time for my coffee and way too many cakes, and It's such a nice environment. I just love that. I have some really good friends now, and yeah, just get to really enjoy the place and walk the dog and try and find peace within my own madness and busyness as well. So I think that the town and the environment provides that connection for me. Yeah.